Susan's always causing trouble over there, Randy.
Yeah.
Our friends from the Titusville Moose Lodge joining us this morning. Good morning. Good to see you this morning.
Good morning.
Yeah. What are you doing over there, Susan?
I'm up to no good.
That's always the case. But always up to some fun at the Moose Lodge. What's going on this month?
Well, this is our new Moose Year. Moose Year starts every May 1st, so we actually have our first lodge meeting tonight. We have a new board of officers. I am the newly elected president.
Congrats.
Loud and proud. So looking forward to that. We just wrapped up our membership drive. We were waiving that application fee for March and April, and welcome aboard Luke and Amy.
Oh, yes.
our two newest members. And so we ended the year at a plus 55 on the membership. So
Wait, I was going to ask you, any guidelines? I know you have to be, asked to join, but Sponsored. Do you have to reside within the city limits? It could be anybody from anywhere.
You could live.
We have them from all over the United States.
all over the world. And even if you decide to retire to Florida, we could sponsor you into a Florida Moose Lodge if you wanted, if you didn't know anybody there.
Nice.
So it's nationwide. The main criteria is we do a background check. So we're not supposed to admit felons, but that's the really the only rule that I know of.
And I passed?
Yeah.
Or they're still investigating?
You passed the test.
Oh, okay. So anybody could join?
Right.
Okay. Excellent.
And if if you're not sure, I guess just knock on the door and ask a staff member for more information. And they're all members, so they're able to sponsor as well. But we are at 1,704 members is what we ended the year for.
Wow.
So it's likely you'll know somebody in Titusville that's a Moose member if you're not already.
That's wonderful. It's crazy. Like, we're going to show the calendar for May, and it's like every month we bring up the calendar. There's something every day. There's a lot of things going on. So it's the place to be.
I'm a firm believer that you entertain them, they'll come. And that's always been our mantra. And if we have entertainment, we always get a good crowd, come in.
Wow.
And if you feed them, they will come.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We have great food. That's the old expression.
Yeah. But Randy, kind of along those lines, and Susan, you can join in, the customer service, but the friendliness part of it, how important is that when somebody walks in?
It's extremely important. We try and tell our employees, that's what we want to see is friendliness, We have a couple bartenders that are real jokesters. They tend to be a little bit maybe overboard, but we'd like to see our kitchen people are always very friendly. And our bartenders, like I said, are really our face of our lodge.
And Susan, that plays into all the good community work that the Moose is involved with. When you have people that come in and are having a good time, but also realize, the mission is extremely important, or missions in this case, because there's a lot that you guys do.
There's, three are our twins. We call them our twin cities. Our child school, Moose Heart, out in the Chicago, Illinois area. Moose Heart, Illinois, actually. They have their own city. Mm-hmm. And the retirement community in Winter Park, Florida, Moose Haven. You can retire to Moose Haven in Florida with 15 years continuous service.
We just sent one of our members down. He was an elderly gentleman who had lost his wife back about 5 or 6 years ago. He'd been living with his daughter, but way out in the boonies, and he said, there's nothing to do here and stuff. So I helped him do an application, and we got him down to Moose Haven. He sent me a couple of texts the other day, and he said, I just love it down here. He said, this is the most wonderful place. Thank you so much. And he said, the beer's only $1.50 down here. So he was very happy.
And warm weather.
Yeah.
That's great. Now, are there ever opportunities to go and visit?
Sure.
Okay.
We were there let's see, 2 years ago, we had our international conference in Orlando. And on the way down, we stopped there and visited the place. They took us on a nice tour and everything.
Wow.
And of course, we've been out to Moose Heart 2 or 3 times now.
And this year there'll be an opportunity. The convention's being held in Milwaukee at the end of the month, and they're taking bus trips over, for members that haven't seen the campus. It's really impressive if you ever get a chance to do it. And we've done that before. We've scheduled like a van trip, and maybe we take a group of 10 or 15 people out.
Yeah.
We try to do that once in a while because you really, once you see it, you understand the mission.
Yeah.
And what we're doing, for children in need.
That's wonderful.
It's really impressive. The children there, I mean, when you walk into any of the houses, they all line up from this high to this high, line up and shake your hand and thank you for supporting them. They're just taught the right way. If all schools could be that way, we wouldn't have any trouble here in this country.
Wow.
They teach them manners, they teach them respect, and it's just a wonderful school.
That's great. Susan, as president, what kind of tell us what goes into your mind? Is there a game plan? Do you have ideas, or do you keep things going? I mean, what sort of goes into being president?
There is. I'm taking a different approach to it, but it's going to be, well, hopefully not long. I have an outline for tonight, so officers are getting a surprise. But I want to plan out our calendar. We normally do, from month to month, but I want to set the calendar for the year, know where we're going. Come up with some new ideas to drive membership. We're always seeking new members. There's different times throughout the year where we may, November's retention month, we may waive that fee again or have other promotions to interest people. And just, any ideas for projects. There might be community service projects on the table that are new. So I've got an outline for the year.
Yeah,
I'm going in prepared.
Yeah, but you've been very excited about it too, so that's great. And Randy, that enthusiasm, again, that kind of spreads to everybody, right? That excitement and the mission and all of that, just to have everybody in sync is very important.
It does, and our board of officers this year is going to be really good. I can tell. We elected a new trustee. We elected a new chaplain. It's just, I think it's going to be a real good board of cooperation.
That's
this
great.
year.
And it's going to be fun. We have a slogan: "Make the Moose fun again, 2025." Not that it wasn't, but we'll make it more fun.
Yeah.
There's a lot of events, big events coming up, Susan.
We are. Chili Cook-Off is coming up. What is that? May 18th. So this is kind of a neat contest. If you get into it, you can enter from our lodge. The community can the membership can come in and for a $5 tasting fee, taste all these chilies and vote. If you are the winner, you move on to our district, which is kind of northwest Pennsylvania. And then the district selects a winner, and each district compete at each other with at the state convention. And then the winner from each state gets like a $2,000 travel prize to travel to Moose Haven in Florida. The retirement community has an annual chili cook-off, I believe, every November. So there's
Wow.
a question on that. So there's a good prize at the end. And I don't know, Randy makes a mean chili. We've had other lodge chili competitions, and he's always in the top. So we're out to challenge Randy this year.
When I lived in Oil City, I won the Rotary contest down there a couple of times. And stuff. So,
Is it the same recipe, or do you tweak it each time?
no, pretty much same recipe.
Okay.
I don't really have a recipe, but it's one of those ones where you put everything together and it seems to come out good. Everybody likes it. So
That's great. All right, so you're going to be participating in this?
I will.
Okay, all right.
I will.
And then if you want to talk about the Moose Legion project, the Cash Bash and the
Yeah,
golf
our
outing.
Cash Bash is coming up on May 31st, and what that entails is from 6 o'clock till 8 o'clock, every 10 minutes we give away cash. It starts out with $300 at 6 o'clock, and then it goes 100, 200. There's a few more hundreds, a 400, and we culminate at 8 o'clock with a $600 prize. So it's $2,500 all in told in 2 hours we give away.
And your name goes back in, so you could win at 6 o'clock, and you might win again at 7 o'clock. So when you're drawn, your name's back in the hopper. It's kind of fun. There's a light meal kind of provided with that.
500 tickets only. So it's $10 for the ticket, and that is on, again, May 31st from 6 o'clock to 8 o'clock. We're also serving a light meal for those who have tickets. So,
All right. And you don't need to be present to win.
No.
correct.
All right. So where can they get their tickets?
At the bar, or I have them.
I have
Susan
them in my
has them.
pocket.
I've distributed them out to most of the officers, and of course they're behind the bar.
And I seem to be a ticket hub for Titusville Market Square with all the organizations, so you can always pop in there. And they don't have to be a member to buy a ticket, do
No.
they? No, that's
No.
right.
Okay,
It is
so anybody can get a ticket.
well, you have to be signed in if you buy a ticket, but if you want to have a chance in that, and you're not a member yet, stop into Titusville Market Square, and I'll hook
Be
you
a
up
good
with
time.
tickets.
Just check us
Yeah.
out too if you're not a member.
is a good
Come on in
opportunity.
and see our facility and stuff. We are non-smoking now, so again, a lot of people like that. Come on in and check out our lodge.
Excellent. Let's do this real quick. You're watching the Morning Drill on Stream TV and on the Armstrong Neighborhood Channel. Our friends from Titusville Moose Lodge with us here this morning, Susan and Randy. Cash Bash coming up May 31st from 6 to 8 p.m. And you can get tickets at Titusville Market Square. If somebody wants to
Moose
stop
Lodge.
in at the Moose Lodge, they can get them there as well. Or if you know somebody who's a member and they have tickets,
Yeah.
get them. All right. Susan, again, Mother's Day is around the corner.
Mother's Day is around the corner. I like to touch on Women of the Moose, our subgroup, our ladies group. We have a breakfast coming up. Actually, it'll be the week after Mother's Day. We used to hold our breakfast on Saturday and do something special for the moms, but we thought we would bump it to keep it to our third Sunday. So the week after, we are still going to have a special treat. We usually do chocolate-covered strawberries for the moms. So last breakfast of the season, our Moose breakfasts run May through October, or no, October through May. Got that backwards. So this will be the last one. We take a break for summer, but come on in on that third. I forgot what the date is, May 18th, and we'll have a special treat for the moms then, and wrap up our breakfast season. It is the end of the year, I mentioned, April 30th, so on the Women of the Moose side, we do an annual donation giveaway, so we just, and also as part of our purse raffle it was a food drive for the food bank, so there'll be some promotion coming out on that. We had a large amount of food donated, and we presented Faye with her $500 check. And then we present checks to Titusville Salvation Army, Associated Charities, YWCA, Women's Services, and Love Inc. So we have check presentations coming out this week for all those groups.
Wow,
For
that's
our
great.
Women of the Moose efforts.
The lodge also, we have a dinner coming up for the seniors. We gave away last year 27 $1,000 scholarships to area seniors.
Say that again.
27 $1,000 scholarships to area seniors.
Area seniors.
That's a lot of money.
It is.
And that includes, of course, Titusville, Maplewood, and West Forest schools.
Wow.
So anybody that is high school juniors, next year we'll be taking applications again next year. We've already selected the candidates for this year, but
Do we know what the date for that is?
I don't know the
Okay.
date. I don't know as we've
We'll be establishing that
Yeah.
tonight.
what the
but,
date of the dinner is, but we always invite the seniors and their parents in for a dinner and give out the scholarship money.
Oh, that's
And,
fantastic.
and when you see us every Wednesday night, we have meat raffles, the different entities of the Moose. I mean, that's what that money goes towards. We're always our various purse raffles, meat raffles, cash bash, all the things that we do. We try to have fun doing it, but all those funds generate into these programs that we can give back to the community.
That's incredible.
And our upcoming golf outing is
Yeah.
also one of those fundraisers that we have. Actually, that's one of our biggest fundraisers.
That's
So
our main one.
Well, what's the date on that, Randy?
June 21st, and
Okay.
again, that'll be at Green Acres Golf Course. And the entry fee, this is an individual thing, is $60. And we do it a little bit different. Our teams are picked by blind draw, so you sign up individually, and we basically rate the golfers, and we put an A, B, C, and D golfer together on a team. You may play, each year you're going to play with different people, but it is a charity scramble, and we do accept donations for hole sponsors. We have skins, mulligans, hole contests. I think there's a whole prize on every hole for 18 holes. And again, it's Saturday, June 21st. Sign up at the lodge, and you put down whether you're an A, B, C, or D, and we'll see whether or not you're telling the truth.
I think I would be like a Z in there, but
I would be a Z.
Yeah, but it's so much fun. We were talking about just watching Scotty Scheffler play, and the ease at which it looks is insane.
They do make it look easy.
Yeah, and then you get out there thinking, I can hit a shot like that. Not even close.
Good way to meet new people too on that blind draw. Make new friends.
Talk a little about that. I mean, that's like the purpose, right? This is just a really fun event, and you're going to meet people.
A lot of people really like the blind draw format, just for that reason.
Yeah.
And in joining the club, there was an older gentleman that approached me at the last breakfast, and I'm hoping I see his application in the hopper, but similar to your fellow that you sponsored in, he lost his spouse, and he wanted to know if he could meet people there, because he came in as a public member to the breakfast. And I said, come on in, you're going to be, you'd be surprised. There's a group of, a whole table that comes in kind of every Friday and every kind of Wednesday and event night of his age group. And I said, it's just a great way to make friends and meet people, and socialize again.
Yeah. I'm sure it's fun to watch people come in to the lodge and they see somebody maybe they didn't know before, but maybe they golfed with, and they're like, oh, hey, and they have that, conversation, and now they're friends.
Yeah.
Or they just know each other better. I mean, there's all sorts of possibilities there.
It's hard. I know, since we've been getting so many new members lately and stuff, it's hard to know everybody, but we both try, Susan and I, to go around to people that we don't know and introduce ourselves and try and make people feel welcome.
Yeah.
It's a good place to come if you don't want any problems. I mean, we all used to do the bar scene and stuff, but at 1 o'clock there was always a fist fight or something like that. We don't ever put up with any kind of that stuff. So
Zero tolerance for foul language, and
no swearing. You just come in, sit, and have a few drinks, enjoy the company, and it's a nice place, again, non-smoking, where you can just sit and have a good time.
That's
and
wonderful.
it's family friendly. We have a kids room. My grandchildren love it. There's like a big whiteboard on the wall. They can draw all over the wall and not get in trouble. Some toys in there, but
Randy's smiling like he hangs out in there once in a while.
Yeah. We have entertainment again on a lot of weekends. We have some really good bands. We just recently had Hell's Bells come in. They're a good draw from Erie. This month for our preferred members party, we're having a band called Tricks, and they're super good. We have karaoke DJs every Friday night. So if you enjoy singing or enjoy listening to people sing, you can come down on a Friday night.
And that preferred members, what that is, every year in May, our Moose year ends April 30th. If you've sponsored even just one member, one or more, you get invited in. We give them a free dinner all day long. I believe it's stuffed chicken breast this year. Show your letter, you get your free meal. We have entertainment that night. And we have 172 different members that have sponsored one or more. So we've had a good year. And it's a lot of fun, and it's just a little perk. And another thing, we've got several people. If you sponsor 3 people per year, Moose year, we pay your dues. So
for the next year.
Before I had a life membership, I always sponsored 3 people. So it seemed like, I always earned my dues. So there's just different ways and different perks for sponsoring and growing the membership.
That's great. And you can go to the Facebook page, learn more, get the schedule there, and enjoy time at the Titusville Moose Lodge. Good to see you guys this morning.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Good to see you.